Do you see this mess? Do you see this mess? Aerialbots everywhere. Well, I guess it makes sense since this is the conclusion to the Superion series. This is going to be the build video for Superion himself. Okay, welcome back to the channel, folks. This is Dennis Bolton, aka GotBot, and I got a bunch of bots today. There's a Legends figure with Power Glide. There's a bunch of deluxes with Air Raid and Alpha Bravo and Firefly and Skydive and Quickslinger. And there's even a Voyager with Silverbolt. Speaking of Silverbolt, I didn't do it in his video, so I'll take a second and do it now. Here is Silverbolt's collector card, if you're down with collector cards. But I want to point out just for one reason. This mass retail version had more orange arms and thighs. The art depicts him with yellow. You'll also notice up on his shoulders, here and here, that the wing bits are silver, even though in the retail version they were black. I took the liberty of doing a little bit of custom paint work and painted them silver. Anyway, so there you go. That's the last collector card for this set, for this series. Where do we begin? Well, let's move some of this off to the side immediately. And you'll see I have some bits left here, and I have Power Glide left here, and I have the torso left here. First of all, with the Combiner Wars series, having a Voyager torso and deluxe size limbs, brilliant idea, because a Voyager torso in general should provide a more stable base. And I say that now, and we'll revisit that later. I'm going to start off with the gun. Just like with Galvatronus, on this gun, there's a hole up here. The landing gear on Power Glide, you know, is like a 5mm peg, and there you go. There's Power Glide on. There's Superion's weapon. I think this looks asinine. I don't even know why they stretched to make Power Glide combine with these guys. Power Glide is beautiful on his own. Go check out that review and you'll see what I mean. But nevertheless, that's going to be the weapon. Also, and I've mentioned this before, we have Skydive's gun. I tend to peg it in on the side of the thigh just to thicken the thigh a little bit. We have Air Raid's gun, and same thing on this side. Speaking of those two figures, here they are. Now, you have a choice. You can put them in such that the plain piece is out front, or you could really, I guess, flip this down and, you know, put it in this way, and same thing over here. Flip this down and put it in this way, and, you know, you would get more of a G1 look with the plain pieces on back. I don't know. I think that that's fine. That's great. It looks good on the shelf. You're definitely going to lose posability because of it, and I'm not a fan of losing posability. So personally, for me, I'm cool with keeping them just as they are. That being said, the combining feature is easy. You have this plug that slides in here, and this piece just pushes up when you slide it in. And honestly, it holds. I mean, he's not coming off. Same here. As long as the spring load mechanism holds, these combiners will be great for years to come. There you go. We have legs on, and you know, he's getting to be a I guess you could call him a big boy. let's put on the first arm, and it's going to be this guy. And again, the arms just slide down into these slots. Here's the arm, there's the peg, there's the slot, and you just need to slide it down. And when you do that, you get a nice look for Superion. Now we have a side over here that doesn't have an arm yet. Well, this is Alpha Bravo. And Alpha Bravo was supposed to take over for quick slinger, slingshot, and you know, there he is. I think that Superion looks good. I have no problem with that being Superion. As far as the gun goes, well, you still have two pegs down in the bottom here. In the hand foot piece, there's a hole, and you really just maybe it's easier if I take that off. You really just, here's a hole, there are the pegs, and you just do that. You just put it down there and it looks like he's holding the gun, even though he's not technically holding it. It's just sort of pegged in there. And we put the fist back in. And there you go. That is the mass retail release that came out of Silverbolt. He looks great. He looks beautiful. You know, there he is, front, you know, side, back, and this side with Alpha Bravo, and front again. And he might be a little bit front heavy now because of power glide being on that gun. The posability, playability of this guy, let's grade him. Paint apps for this guy, a 9. It's not perfect because we do have the orange on the thighs. It should be yellow. We don't have the red all the way down. I think the head sculpt is perfect, but again, these horn pieces shouldn't quite be orange. This, of course, isn't slingshot. Some minor imperfections, but it's definitely Superion. It is what it is. Transformation, to put him in this mode is easy. You just slot the shoulders down and slot the legs in. It's easy, and it's easy to get him out. You just pop him back out. It's all spring-loaded. Posability, playability, the arms go out that far. The elbows bend very nice, especially if you turn it that you can take advantage of the waist or the hip joints and the knee joints of the deluxes that are arms. The wrists will swivel. The fingers open and close. The thumb moves. The hips can go all the way out to the side, and both of them do that. I mean, he can do the splits really well and hold it because of the heavy ratchets. There is, because of the bicep swivel on Silverbolt, there's a thigh swivel, and there's a nice 90-degree bend at the knee, and there's even a swivel at the foot. No back and forth because of the because of the pieces being what they are. There is no waist swivel because of transformation, but I don't think you miss it. I really don't think you miss it with this guy. He looks spectacular. He really does. He looks imposing, and I absolutely love it. Now, that being said, a lot of people have complained about Alpha Bravo being over here as an arm. So, okay, let's pop Alpha Bravo out. Pop Alpha Bravo out. And let's take Quick Slinger or Slingshot, whatever you want to call him, and put him in there. Exact same articulation, exact same mobility. This looks more symmetrical because you have a plane on either side. You have the same sort of arm transformation on either side. I I like the look of this more, but I do find that because Quickslinger is so white, you can really pick out the cream more on Silverbolt. And again, if you wanted to put the gun in his hand, it's just the same thing. There's a hole there, and you know, if you can line it up, you just line up the peg and put it in, and there you go. All in all, Superion, he's a 10. He is what a combiner should be. And you should have some version of him, whether it's the box set, which is fine. The colors are off, but it's the exact same figures, exact same molds. And he's fun. He's fun to move. He's fun to play with. You know, even look at the high kick. Look at the high kick. And let's lay this stupid gun aside. You know, again, it goes all the way back. This guy is as posable as any figure that you could possibly want to have. You might be wondering, well, just how big is a combiner? Like, how large is this guy? Well, if you looked at my Chug scale review, you'll see that these guys stand about a foot tall, roughly. A little bit more than a leader class if you have a leader class like, I don't know, one of the Seekers that's out now, or Jetfire, who I think is a legitimate leader class. If we, you know, want to actually take a more structured look at size now, I suppose, well, we can do that too. And by the way, if you want to see how he compares with, say, Metroplex or Devastator, again, take a look at the Chug scale video. You know, here he is with the Legends figure. Here's Powerglide back in Powerglide plain mode. If I can lock him in. Here, there you go. Why do you not withstand Powerglide? You know, there he is with a nice little Legends figure. You know, they're large. And that makes sense. He's a combiner. Yes, he should be large. There's no reason for him to be smaller. But again, that's, you know, that's, I guess, one comparison. I think the one that most people would like to see, and maybe I'm wrong about this, like I said, if you want to see him compared to the other big figures, hey, go check out my other video. But I mean, here he is with the Deluxe, and I think a Deluxe is definitely the most prominent size class that you get. There he is with the Deluxe. I mean, he's, you know, he's head and shoulders. The Deluxe comes up mid-thigh. If we had another Voyager here, Voyager comes up waist, lower belly. So, you know, there you go. Overall, what do I think of Superion? Get him. Like I said, get him. If you don't have him in your collection or some version, get him, and be really thankful that you can get a good Superion that does not cost you $100 a figure. The third-party ones, I mean, they're brilliant, but for an affordable, quality Superion, you're not going to be disappointed with Combiner Wars. Anyway, that wraps it up for the Superion series. Up next, unless I get my hands on the Repro labels, up next, or the upgrade kit. Anyway, up next, it's going to be the, oh baby, Menasor series. See you next time.